Welcome, family. Today I'm going to make a roast beef dinner with creamy mashed potatoes and yummy gravy and a roast. And I do my roasts a little different than most people, so come join me. Roast beef with gravy and mashed potatoes slathered in butter and a vegetable. Does that sound good to you? Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, with my roast, I do not sear it first in the frying pan. And I started out, it's partially frozen. Most of it is frozen. But I started out, and I'm going to put a little more juices in that. Okay, I put quite a bit of water in there because really, you know what, I want a lot of gravy. And I add, let's see, about a tablespoon of beef base, maybe just a little more. And then I just put soy sauce on the top. It's probably about a tablespoon or more, a little over a tablespoon. And some W sauce. That was probably about a half tablespoon. I gotta put this on my grocery list. That's it. That's all, folks. All right, now I'm gonna put some pepper. And I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder on that. Just a little bit. Okay, now what I do with this is I'm going to put this in the oven on like 300 degrees, and I'm going to cook this all day until it just falls apart. And we'll get the correct time according to your oven, but I'll let you know how long it took. Okay, we'll see you later then. Okay, the roast has been in the oven like at 300 for an hour. So now what I do, like every hour, because I'm cooking it slow and it's still partially frozen. But I like to just kind of take a knife and I just poke some holes in it. Just to I like to give it lots of holes usually. That helps get the juices in there. And then I like to baste it a little bit here. Yep. And you know, you can use the injector. I do have one of those, which I will probably use a little later once it cooks a little more, easier to get way down in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And okay, now we're gonna put this back in the oven. And this is you know, this is a good weekend or a day that you can have all day, because it takes all day. If I know some of you who just you don't have all day in the kitchen, so slow cooker I've done it in the slow cooker, but for some reason, I just like I like it better in the oven, the roasted. To me, it just is a better flavor. I'm going to put this back in the oven now for another hour, and I'll check it again. And I wanted to mention that I've asked my family of subscribers to don't forget to write down one good thing that's happened to you that day. You do this every day, even just one. I've already, and I mentioned to put it in the comments. Let's spread this goodness into the world. The more goodness we have, the more goodness we're going to find. And if you're looking for a good thing, I guarantee you a lot of good things are going to start happening. And another thing I wanted to mention to my family of subscribers, that I pray for you every day, every morning I call it my prayer porch. I have my coffee in the porch. Even my husband actually made it so that the heater comes into the furnace blows into the porch. So I sit there and I pray for my family, and now I've added my subscriber family. So I just know that somebody is praying for you every morning. I wanted to show you the porch that my husband built. This is the porch, the prayer porch. He put all his tools up there, put some shelves. It's messy right now. When the actual sun comes out and it's warm, I will be vacuuming. And he made his own little stand here for his stuff. And of course it's got a drawer in it. And he built a little thing here to set like the ice melt and the bird seed. That's where baby, she lays in there at night while she's waiting for deer. There's the furnace thing he put in. He even put wood on the door. And then he built this all the way to the top. It's a shoe rack. I mean, how genius is that? He did this quite a few years ago before he became permanently disabled. And he made that out of an old saw blade. And yeah, and he even did the ceiling. Isn't that just great? And the nice thing is that he actually, we don't use that fireplace, but we could. It's an electric fireplace. But he actually got the siding, the wood. He used to work at a lumber yard, and this is the stuff that didn't pass for selling, and they threw it away, and they told him he could take it. I guess they call it dunnage. But yeah, he put every corner is lined with the rope. Oh, the birds are happy today. I bought them peanuts, and the blue jays are just going crazy. All right. It's been another hour. Whether you guys know it or not, you're spending the whole day with me. So first I'm just going to give it some of this. Oh boy, that looks good. Look at all that good juices I'm getting for gravy. Oh, yeah. All right, now I'm gonna do some more of this without spilling on myself though. All right, put one in here first. It's coming off the top. I apologize if I'm sniffing a lot today. I'm on my journey of healing from allergies. And I have a feeling that the main one is my pretty baby girl, but I'm not giving her up for no sniffling nose. I'll just buy more Kleenex. All right, here we go. It's a nice roast I got. I got it at Costco and it wasn't too bad of a price. It was actually 2 big ones like this for like $30. I like to watch for sales, but that was no sale. But I don't buy roast very often. I used to years ago, but all right, we're gonna put that in for another hour. We will check it again. Okay, I peeled my potatoes and I cut them up in quarters, just a small amount. They're small, so that I can make mashed potatoes about this size. Salted the water really good. Now I peeled my potatoes and I kept the peelings because this is where the vitamins are at. And my kids used to love this when I did this. But I got the pan heating up. And I'm going to add a little bit of butter, olive oil, a little bit of butter. I'll add more later. It's always best to add more later. Okay, and my dog is like right under my feet. I've actually backed up into it a couple times. Since it's thawing out today, I got icicles falling and wood on the house is contracting and she's just panicking. Okay, and now I do have just a little bit of bacon grease that I saved, and I'm just going to get a hint of that. That's it. And now I'm going to put some onion in here too. Because, you know, onion is always good. And I might reserve just a few little onions to throw into the pot roast, or to the roast. It's not a pot roast because I don't add the carrots and the potatoes right into the pot. I've done that, but to me, I don't like the gravy when the potatoes and the carrots are cooked into it. Okay, now I'm going to add these. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to add these into the pan, give them a good stir, and we're going to let these fry up. These are so delicious. And I decided on peas and pearl onions. My husband loves peas. Not so sure he's going to like the pearl onions, but he doesn't have to eat those. I am also going to add some bacon crumbles. Just a little bit. Just to flavor it up. So far today, my good thing for today is I don't have to work. I love weekends. I love my job, but I love my weekends too. And that's the weekends are a good time for me to make videos. I wish you could smell this. Oh. Smell-o-vision. When are we going to have it? Okay, I'm going to add some garlic powder and some pepper. And I'm add a little bit of salt. Not too much because I can always add more, but I'm trying to cut down on salt. Okay, now we're going to give these a good toss. These fry up really quickly. How crispy they're getting. And however crispy you want them. Yeah. Yummy that looks. Yep. Give them a couple more minutes. They're really, really good. Like fried vitamins. Okay. These are already done. Crispy, not too crispy. If you want them really crispy, you can do that. And I'm guessing that they would be really good in the air fryer too. But next time I'll do them in the air fryer. Okay, those are fried potato peelings. And I thought as long as every morning I have my smoothie, my breakfast smoothie, I thought I might as well have you come along with me while I make it. I start with the lemon juice that I make. I grind up 4 to 5 lemons in a food processor. And then I add this whole thing full of water. And then I let that sit and steep together. And then I drain off the lemon pulp and I throw that away. I suppose I should find something to do with that. Because I don't like throwing away stuff. It's like my green onions got down to the bottom, so I put them in water and now they're growing again. Okay, so first I add the lemon juice. Lemons are really good for you, lots of vitamin C. Okay, then I add I don't know, it's a little coffee scoop, but I add that of honey. Okay, that's it. Then I always put a shot of olive oil in there because really olive oil is so good for you. And then I always put the organic apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. And I put a couple tablespoons in there because this is actually going to be a smoothie. It'll be 2 days worth of smoothies for me. Then I add cayenne because cayenne is good for your body. I just add, it's hard to come out of there at first. It's probably, you know, however much you want. I add turmeric, because that's good for you. I've been taking turmeric tablets for years. I add probably about a tablespoon. And I add a couple cloves of garlic. I know, it just sounds really weird, and my husband, his nose goes up in the air. He's like, icky, but you know what? I just feel good all the time. And then I grated some ginger root, and I add about a tablespoon to that. I add ground flaxseed, a couple tablespoons. And then what I've got here is frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, frozen peaches, frozen bananas, whatever you want to put in there. And I'm going to see how much I can put in here. Because I don't want to go past the max line. There's a max line on this, so see how far I can go. Just a couple more. Because I can always refreeze this. Okay, I'm at my max line. And this I can just put in a bag and put it back in the freezer. For my next one. Okay. That's what I have for breakfast every morning. This NutriBullet was the best thing I have ever ordered. And there you have it. I've got smoothies for a couple days. Almost comes out like a frozen malt. So I put that in my glass. Okay, I got my glass. And now I am going to, I hope you can see that, how wonderful that is. And now I have enough for tomorrow. Comes with a nice little lid I can put in the fridge. And there you have it. Breakfast. Okay, we're gonna, oh, look at that. We're gonna check this. Oh, that looks so good. Yep. It's starting to fall apart, people. This is what I wanted. Yeah. I don't even have to inject it anymore because it's just, yeah, look at that. That is good. Okay, now I am going to put this back in the oven, and then I'm also going to put my peas in the oven to get them warmed up, and start my potatoes. Okay, I've got my potatoes going, and the roast just looks wonderful. Look at the richness of this broth. And if I need to make more gravy, I can always add some beef broth to it. Right now I am going to get the juices out of here and put it into this pan. And I'm not going to spill it. I want to run it through the strainer here, so I can catch those big chunks of onions. And I left just a little bit of juice in there to, to keep it moist. Yeah, look at here. See, I got all that out of there. Now I'm going to keep this over here, and I'm going to move you over so I can start the gravy. Get my pan hot. I'm going to make the gravy the way my grandmother taught me. I'm going to add about about 6 tablespoons of butter. Alexa, set timer.
For how long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, I just made up some quick biscuits. Gotta have biscuits with this. Okay, I got that going, and I have my beef broth in the can if I need to add more. Because I like to have extra gravy. Because extra gravy, even if I don't eat it all, it makes wonderful, throw it in the freezer, makes wonderful soups. Because you can always make like stew from the leftover roast beef and gravy. Okay, I'm going to add, I got about 6 tablespoons of flour, 6 tablespoons of butter, and 6 tablespoons of flour. So I'm going to let that, I'm going to want to brown this, get the raw taste of the flour out of there. Now I am going to add a little at a time here. stirring. And of course I'm dripping on the side of the pan. But I want to make sure these lumps are out of here. I don't like lumps in my gravy. So see, I'm stirring the lumps out before I add more of the the richness of this. And however you like your gravy, thick or thin, I like it on the thin side. So I don't like it too thick. Unless it's sausage gravy, then yeah. Over biscuits, then yeah, you want it a little thick. I'm going to let that sit and cook a little bit because sometimes it gets thick again. I'll turn the heat down just a little bit. Now I got my biscuits in the oven and my peas and onions I just put in with them with some butter. Now I'm just waiting for the potatoes. And this is staying really nice and hot here on top of the stove. Okay, I'll just add a little bit more. I think that's it. The whole thing. Look at how good that looks. Okay, potatoes are done. I drained them, and now I am going to add a lot of butter in them. I'm going to whip them. Put a little bit of milk. I warmed up the milk. Okay, I added just enough milk so that they're very creamy. Okay, now I think we can serve up. Thanks for joining me for roast beef dinner with all the goodness of it. I'm looking forward to digging into this. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for all the subscribers that I have. I so appreciate it, your family. And if you haven't subscribed, push that subscribe button. Don't forget to put down your good thing that happened to you today and put it in the comments. Let's spread some of this love around the world. And remember, stay busy and serve others. Bye for now.